Hello Believe Nation, I started the Mentor Me series to try to learn from people who've done a lot more than us, hang around them just a little bit longer, and hopefully some of their mindsets, beliefs, attitude, work ethic seeps into our brain to help us become the best version of ourselves. So today we're gonna learn from Conor McGregor on being motivated. Mentor me, Conor. And as always, if Conor says something that really resonates with you, please write it down in the comments below and put quotes around it so other people can be inspired as well. Enjoy.
You want to beat the king, right? The current king. The current king.
You're looking at the current king, Ariel. You're interviewing the current king. The current king is here. July 10th, the current king will be there, 145 pounds. July 11th, the current king will be there, raising gold. So I don't care. It's the McGregor show. Let's be honest. It would be great to have it with all the work they put in, but I cannot force an individual if they are afraid. If an individual is afraid to fight, you cannot force him. So it is what it is. If he's running, if he's scared, there's nothing I can do. I'd probably, sometimes I look in the mirror and get little frights as well looking at myself because I am an absolute animal, a machine. So I probably wouldn't want to fight me either. So it is what it is. I'll be there, I know that. They say I'm just talk, but here I am walking. Where's everybody else? I'm here. I own this town. I own Rio de Janeiro. So for him to say he is the king and I am the joker, if this was a different time, I would invade his favela on horseback and kill anyone that was not fit to walk. But we are in a new time, so I'll whoop his ass in July.
Obviously you were due to make history by fighting Rafael dos Anjos. That didn't happen and now you fight Eddie. Is Eddie an easier route to history? I think that's something your coach Kavanagh said.
I think they're very similar. I think they're all the same. They're all, you know, even looking at the contenders that fought last week, like they're not, I almost feel like upset that they're even being mentioned.
You talking about Tony Ferguson?
Everyone, all of them. They're all way down. Like I look at these fights and I realise why the game has never broke into that next level before, because nobody's at that next level. I'm the only one at that next level. So I look forward to going out and showing what I know, that these people do not stand a chance.
This is a huge accomplishment tonight. Was there anything at all surprising about it to you?
Not one bit. They're not on my level. You've got to have size, reach, length. You've got to have some attributes. If you come in any way equal to me, I'm going to rip your whole head off, and that's it. I tell it every time. Eddie's a solid competitor. Eddie's a warrior. But he shouldn't have been in here with me, and that's just the truth of it.
You know, hard work pays. I put in a hell of a lot of work all throughout this build-up in the fight. I pumped out more content than anybody, more content than Fox, more content than ESPN, more content than BT Sport, more content than everybody on the Mag Live on my own channels. You know what I mean? I'm a workhorse from all angles, not just in the gym, but I'm building this media empire now myself, and we pumped out the content. I'm very proud of how it went. We consistently, daily movies I was releasing, you know, from like a month ago, every single day. You know what I mean? Nobody's doing that. So I'm very proud of it, and I'm very, like, the work pays, hard work pays, and I put in the fucking work, and that's why I'm sitting at the top. I put it all on the line. I show up, I perform, and I get the results from that. So.
Weren't you working in the plumbing business?
I was working in the plumbing business at the time, yeah, but I'm trying to think. It would have been around that time that John. See, I'd left the plumbing business. I left the plumbing business.
How bad was that?
The plumbing?
Yeah.
Horrendous.
Were you actually in the trenches?
I mean, it was an industrial.
Ooh.
So it'd be like building this. It'd be like the plumbing that would be needed in a place like this, 6 o'clock in the morning, and the motorway. And I used to have to walk for about an hour to get to the motorway, and then I'd stand on the edge of the motorway and wait for a bloke to drive by. So he'd give me a lift, and then the motorway was like getting renovation at the time, so it'd take me 2.5 hours to get to the place. It was out in the country. Then I'd be there for 10 hours walking, and I was a first year, so I was the worst of the worst. You know what I mean? It was only beginning. Then 2 hours to get back in the traffic again. It was just a horrible time, and I was like, you know what? I don't want to do this. And then I just left, and then I just stopped going, didn't get out of bed. Then my dad would come in and try and bait me out of bed, and we'd have fights, and literally for a good while I never spoke. I didn't really speak to my dad. We just kind of stayed away from each other. Anytime I come across my dad, anytime we did speak was to fight.
You lived in his house.
Yeah, I was only 18, 17, 18.
But you didn't talk to him? Isn't that kind of awkward?
Yeah, well, not like it wasn't whatever, you know.
You didn't have just a deep relationship?
No, but since this has happened,
Right.
since the dream has happened, since the vision that I had has come true, and like he went through a tough time as well because he got testicular cancer. So he got sick and all over it. And in my head I was thinking maybe I done that because he's worried about me and doesn't know what I'm going to do, and all these fights that we're having all the time, and like I'm talking full on fights. You come in and punch it. We're going at it. Yeah, we're going at it.
You're punching back?
But yeah, we're going at it, yeah.
Wow. What did your mom say about that, who's so protective of you?
Yeah, I mean, well, I don't know. She just stayed out, you know. But since,
why did it get to that point, to where he was that mad?
Because I was doing absolutely nothing. I was out getting into trouble. Yeah, it basically felt like I was doing fuck all. I was a waster. You know what I mean? I was a waster. Got that called that a lot. You know what I mean? But now, like, and then when I start getting that focus and realize, no, I'm gonna make this happen. And then now that has happened, I'm making it happen. I have a great relationship with my dad. Like, we talk all the time, and I even see energy in him, and I see energy in my mom. It's depressing times for a lot of people in Ireland. There's a lot of bad stuff going on in the country. A lot of people are struggling. Everybody's struggling. But now, since them seeing me chase this dream, it's giving them an energy, and I see a new lease of life in them, and that alone spurs me on even more. So it's all just a perfect storm that is happening for me, and that is why I have this tunnel vision, and that is why I'm willing to kill every single man in my path to get that belt, you know what I mean, to secure the future, from my family's future, you know what I mean. That's what I'm doing it for. When I was a kid, I used to always visualize stadiums, and like, even when I was playing football, I'd kick the ball against the wall and I'd pretend I scored a goal, and I'd run off and I'd be raising my hand and visualizing a arena full of fans. You know, that was something I'd done as a kid out on my own. I like just running around kicking the ball. So I always had these visions of something, but I just didn't know what it was. And then I suppose when I came to these events and I started training MMA and then came to an event, it was like, okay, this is it. This is what I'm gonna do. And then now I'm doing it.
We keep seeking more. We keep, you know, they tell me you'll never do this. You'll never win world titles. I've done it consecutively. So we keep pushing the envelope. Keep going. So I conquer one, and then I'm on to the next. So I work and I hustle like I'm not in the position I'm in. You know what I mean? Like I said, I'm set. I could literally just put my feet up. But I hustle like I'm not in that position, and I work like I'm not in that position.
You stare at your past, and you'll end up staying there. It's okay to look back and admire it, but you carry on. I'm not in the business of staring back at it. You know what I mean? And getting lost back there. People say a loss can make or break a fighter, but trust me, a win can also make or break a fighter because they get comfortable with a win. People can get comfortable with a win, and slack off then. Slack off on the training, slack off on the diet. They've won one. They're winners now. That's not me, you know. You sleep on a win and you'll wake up with a loss. So I just carry on. Keep doing what I'm doing. And that's why this turnaround is so good for me. Vegas, straight away. The Fighting Irish head to the fighting capital. It's perfect. Continue on this path. The freight train straight to the top. For me, I love this. I love proving people wrong and proving my support right. That's what it's about at the end of the day, you know. This is all fun and games to me. I love it. I love my job. I whoop people for truckloads of cash. How could I hate this life? I love it so much. I am grateful every single day.
Did you ever have, let's call it a normal job, Conor, a 9 to 5?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because the Irish thing is to get into a trade straight away. I was no different. As soon as I finished school, I was always getting pestered. What are you doing with your life? You're doing this, doing that. They didn't know what it was. They didn't know what MMA was. They didn't know what none of this. They didn't know I could make a career out of it. As far as they were concerned, my man and dad I'm talking about, as far as they were concerned, I was just getting into a cage and fighting with some other guy. They didn't know nothing about it. No one did, really. But I knew. You know what I mean? I knew. But and then I ended up getting a trade just to keep them quiet. Because I used to have a lot of fights with my dad.
What trade did you get?
I ended up getting a trade as a plumber. Literally
up in the back arse of nowhere, up in the Wicklow Mountains. And funny enough, that site was one of the biggest sites in Europe. Kiltiernan, it was right at that skiing place. Huge, and now it's just abandoned. Now it's just deserted. So I used to go up there 6 o'clock, 5 o'clock in the morning. I was on that M50. I used to have to walk to the N4, about half an hour from my house, wait for some Limerick guy that I didn't even know. He'd drive on the M4, and I'd have to flag him down. Nightmare, yeah. 2 hours down on the M50, 2 hours back. Literally 14-hour days, and I was the first year, so I had to go and do everything. I had to go to the shop. I had to go and get this and get that. So I always had trouble with that, and I was like, this isn't for me. This is not for me.
How long did you last?
I lasted 18 months doing it, but it was tough, you know what I mean? It wasn't the life for me, you know what I mean? And then John said, because I was training with John as well at the time, and then John got in touch and says, I have a show, I'm running a show, I'd like to fight on it. And then that was it. I just packed it in, didn't show up. My dad used to come in and punch the head at me and like try and drag me out of bed, and I just wouldn't go, you know what I mean? I had uproar for a good few years with him over it, and that was it. I just packed it in, quit, and then focused on training. And I knew what was going to happen. I knew I was going to get here. They didn't. There was a lot of stressful years, you know what I mean? A lot of tough times, but I proved them wrong. I proved myself right.
Maybe, I don't know, the Irish people might understand more. A young boy dreaming of putting on the Irish jersey, or dreaming of putting on his favourite football team's jersey and that crest, and lifting that cup, you know. This is my crest. These gloves right here, these UFC gloves, you know. To be the first Irishman to put these on, to lace these up and get in and do the job. Honestly, no one can take that away from me, no matter what. Honestly, I don't mean to be disrespectful, but I don't care about nothing else. I don't know about nothing else, you know what I mean? Don't even listen to it. If I start talking about something else, just don't listen. I'm talking shit. But if I talk about this, if I talk about unarmed combat, if I talk about the human anatomy, you know what I mean? The way the human body moves, then listen.
I think it's important that you put a conscious effort into appreciating your surroundings, you know what I mean? That's what I do with this place. I absolutely love this city. And even, you know what, I was thinking a lot about Norman Park yesterday after that thing happened, where he was saying about Northern Ireland, and it's a disgrace, and it's this and it's that. It's a negative thing towards your home nation or whatever, you know, but that's not the right way to be. You need to you need to appreciate your surroundings and be grateful for it, and that's when good things happen, you know what I mean? But to have that bitterness and that negativity, then things start going bad, you know what I mean? So I think the fact that I have them thoughts and that, the fact that I appreciate everything and I'm grateful for the things around me and the way things are going, that's why it's going so good for me.
Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I'd love to know, what did you think of this video? Did it mean something to you? Did you like it? What was your favorite clip? Leave it down in the comments below. Also, did you get motivated by it, or what do you do to be motivated in your business? Really curious to find out. Leave in the comments. I'm gonna join in the discussion. Thank you guys so much for watching. I believe in you. I hope you continue to believe in yourself and whatever your one word is. Much love. I'll see you soon.